Hold up. Hold up. Let me talk my shit just a little bit. Let me talk my shit just a little bit. If it ain't about mine, I ain't tripping off it. But if it's about mine, I'ma ride, yep, yep. Hold up. Timbs and some pumps, yeah, we kill shit. And you never need another, we the realest. I know you feel this, cause you and I both know. Ain't nobody gonna hold you down like I do, like I do. Not the vibes doing times, whatever you decide to, decide to. Rubber band boy, I could be a ride or die too. You already know how I move. Ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Ain't nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. BK girls, we run the world. Ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Need to check me, I'm a rider. Just pull up with me right beside ya. It's gang and we lit, no lighter. It's gang and we lit, no lighter. Hold up, realest nigga on your team on some real shit. And you never need another, we the realest. I know you feel this, cause you and I both know. Ain't nobody gonna hold you down like I do, like I do. Not the vibes to the ties, whatever you decide to. Rubber band boy, I could be a ride or die too. You already know how. Ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Ain't nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl. BK girls, we run the world. Ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Ain't nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. Nothing like it. Nothing like a Brooklyn girl. BK girls, we run the world. Ain't nothing like a Brooklyn girl.
Your face. She'll like great personality.
And we're back, you guys.
Hi,
hey.
guys. Welcome to another episode of Crowns and Head Ties.
What is this, episode 9?
Episode 9, man. Episode 9? Episode 9.
This is episode 9, and this is our lady episode.
Yes.
So as you can see, it's Ladies' Night on Crowns and Head Ties. And we're going to allow these wonderful ladies to introduce themselves because they're very important people.
Yes.
So whichever direction y'all want to start off at.
Are you going to do that like that?
Yes, Tiff. Go
Let's
ahead,
go, Blondie.
Tiffany Thompson.
Hi, Tiffany.
Owner of Tiffany Thompson. We are specializing in custom made wigs.
Yes.
And yeah, we just
Like that one that's
yes, the one that's on my head top right now.
Y'all see this blonde wig?
Like really making me think about going blonde for my birthday. Just a nice little wig, you know.
Yes,
The cutest ever.
Yeah,
Don't do
Tiff
that
is
for
in the
you.
building.
Yep, that's me.
And next to Tiff.
So I am Miss T, the CEO of Monet's Closet.
Hello.
Woo woo. Next year is our 10th anniversary.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that deserves a clap.
I know,
Clap
right?
it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Yes.
I'm also an educator. I've been in education for 9 years, so that's awesome. We just did a art gallery yesterday for the students in the neighborhood. They were selling their artwork to raise coats for our toy and coat giveaway on the 23rd.
Oh, that's why you was getting toys.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
We have a toy and coat giveaway on December 23rd, giving back to local kids in the community who can't afford to have just that amazing Christmas that they dream of. So that's what we're doing.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
I think that's so dope.
It
Like,
is.
we wanted to get like some female energy up here for a while, and we finally got to do it, and we got two entrepreneurs. Like,
I'm
everything
so
is not
happy.
just business of music and modeling of that sort. Like, you can do different things and branch out, and these two ladies are living examples of that. So.
And I know them.
Yeah.
And I've known them for so long.
Why don't you tell the people how you know these ladies?
Gosh. No, but me and Tilo go back, like, back, like, high school basketball. So, you know, we're basketball girls, and she's still here, and we still cool, and she was always so awesome and amazing and positive. And then I met this one right here. This is my other bestie right here, Tiffany. Met her in college, and we clicked, we connected, and she has always been just a big bubble of optimism and positivity, and like I just love her, like she just held it down for me for so many years. You know?
Yo, like,
best friends are crazy. Like,
don't cry,
you
y'all.
listen. Best friends, like you. Who's your best friend? Like you have a few, more than one.
I have more than one.
Because you can't. Sometimes you can't say, okay, I only have this one best friend. Because then they watch and be like, yo, why didn't you say that I was your best friend? But like having a best friend is important. Like. Because you may think that, you know, I have like a boyfriend or, you know, whatever, and you
gotta see outside of those.
You really can't say everything that you say to like your man to like your female best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
or even a tribe of just dope friends.
Right.
It's awesome now.
You have them people to talk to different things about. Like this one I go to for something spiritual, and this one is more like everyday or whatever. You gotta have it.
Yeah, I think it's real dope that all of you ladies are like past athletes. Well, y'all still, I'm pretty sure y'all like still dib and dabble here and there. I know Jade does.
I dib. I dib.
But like,
dab a little bit, but
maybe make dab.
like there's a crazy ass, like a negative connotation attached to women that play ball. And like a lot of people may think that women that play ball aren't like as attractive or as like, feminine, but I think that's like this is like such a contradiction right now, like because y'all some bad ones.
When I tell you, Tilo was like the one who was always like super feminine, but like, you know, she played ball and she was good, but she was still feminine, you know, had her hair did, had, you know, her clothes right and everything. She was not no butch type of athlete or none of that. Like, so it's crazy that is the connotation that they put on it. But I've seen so many like fly, beautiful, like female ball players, and
right, exactly.
it's trash.
I think people are stripping
like,
that negative like aspect that's attached to it. Because I'm looking at y'all, I'm like, play ball weird. But then it's like you're not supposed to say things like that because at the end of the day, like everyone's fully capable here. Like, y'all are all fully capable of like wearing both hats, and that's dope. So yeah, like I really think it's dope that you guys decided to come up here.
I'm dope.
So
I think
thank
it's
you
dope
for
that y'all
having
invited
us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
to be here
It's
and
about
talk.
that time. So can we talk about how you guys decided to like start up your businesses? Like,
Go first on that one. Now.
Go first on that one?
Your
Okay.
turn.
So back in 2009, I started my organization. We had a totally different name, but I had a close friend at the time who could not afford to go to prom. How heartbreaking is that? Like, you're going to prom, your friend can't. So I went to my mom about it, and she was like, you know what? Have her come along for the ride. We'll get her dress, we'll get her shoes, whatever she needs, we'll do it. So from that, I was like, you know what? How many more girls are out there in the world that can't afford to go to prom or want to go? And
Because prom is expensive.
it is.
And how
expensive.
people doing prom
Everything.
now,
Yeah,
like
dresses,
it's a
limos,
lot.
Listen,
pictures,
It's a
all this.
lot.
I wish I could redo a prom. I
Tim
miss
actually
mine.
helped me out this year. I had essay winner.
Yeah.
Remember Jessica who needed last minute a hairstylist had a family emergency and we needed her wig to get done, and Tiff like 100% came to the rescue like Superwoman.
Tiff.
Yes.
For the cause.
That felt good. I've seen that picture. That felt really good.
Listen,
Okay.
it's so many emotions that come into it. But in 2009, we started. It was really small. We started in Bedford Academy.
This is where you went to high school.
Where I went to high school.
Shout out Bedford Academy.
We did local middle schools or any just Title I schools who needed help. And since then, we just expanded. So we're international and we're in a variety of different states.
That's amazing. That's a blessing too, right? That's amazing.
And it's like nonprofit.
So yeah, we're 501c3. We're nonprofit. If anyone donates or sponsors us, they can claim us on their taxes and vice versa. Yeah,
That's nice. That's so
That
nice.
is so awesome.
Yes.
Because it's just
International. That's
so many people out there who just It's hard. It's hard. Like, everybody's parents don't have it like that. Even if people are working 2-3 jobs, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And in New York too, especially, like, it's rough. Like, I have a child, you know, Tiffany has kids. Like, even if you don't have kids by yourself, it's hard. So it's like, to be able to reach out and to help people who can't. Oh, I'm sorry.
Kid.
One kid.
I'm sorry. I'm predicting the future. I want her to have a girl.
She lied.
I think that's so awesome that you guys are doing that for people who are less fortunate. You know,
and even if they're not less fortunate, what we decided to do 2 years ago was, if you're not less fortunate, fine, still come out, because your parent wants to save $1 or $2, and it takes a village. And I feel like we have lost that since we were in school. I think when I got into high school, it's just, the world changed so quickly. You can't go next door to borrow a phone. It's like, oh, you're trying to rob me. So we just want to bring back the energy of it takes a village.
A lot of people don't even know their neighbors anymore.
No.
Like, I live in my building. I have no clue what my neighbors' kids look like. I've never seen them ever. And it's strange because, like, back in the days when we were growing up, like, everybody on the block knew each other. Like, somebody else's parents could like scold you if they did something wrong.
Like, oh, can you pick him up from school for me when you go to
exactly.
or whatever? You don't do that anymore.
That doesn't happen
find
anymore.
that. It's
like,
very unique when you find those situations.
Yeah, it
And then
really
with your company, like, it's, you have prom dresses, you're just gonna wear them once. You're not gonna wear them again. So that's really smart. I was gonna bring mine, but I forgot. I got you.
Listen, we'll start collecting in February. Yeah, you don't use them again. We also do makeovers to women in shelters, domestic violence shelters. We do a stream of things, a book bag giveaway. We do the vision board workshops. We just did a fundraiser where kids just came out and sung Christmas carols for karaoke. So we do like different things for the community. I remember when I was growing up, like, we travel with Minka. We did so many things, and I feel like kids are so limited in streams of avenues that they have or resources that they can do. Like, my team, for instance, I asked them, well, what you doing on the weekend? They're playing 2K. I was out on the weekend. I was at Empire.
Because everybody don't really know what you.
Oh, yeah. So I coach a basketball team of middle school boys, so 7th, 8th grade.
She coaching y'all.
I know. And they FaceTime me all the time. Coach, what you doing? So, yeah. So I just like them to travel and do things that I did. I don't think that your child should be boring. It should be things that you
cooped up in the house.
on playing video
Instagram
games.
or playing video games and all day. Like,
and I mean, even though I did play video games, I still knew what outside looked like, and I can tell you how I can get home. Like, if you ask some of them now, even some of my athletes, they're like, I don't know. But this is my address.
Right, like,
you should know how to get home at 12 years old.
I was taking a train by myself. Like, that's crazy. All right, Tiff, what about you? Because I feel like I've been, like, watching you from, like, Jump, and it's came so far. Like,
from the beginning.
Tell us the story, like, from the beginning.
It was honestly when I started going natural and trying to get comfortable with being natural, and you know, this wave of just everybody cutting back on perms.
Natural process.
And, you know, it was difficult.
Thank God for
I would never think that would go natural. Oh my gosh.
For wigs and weaves and hats.
That was something. But from that, I was looking at, you know, the more kinky hair wigs that I would buy in the beauty supply store. And it was just, I wasn't satisfied with what it was because I was so used to having weaves and it's better hair quality. You go to the beauty supply store, you get what you're getting. It's not that much money, but it lasts for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then the hair is trash. You can't do nothing with it after. But it was, you know, what you had. And then from there, I'm like, you know, I'm going to try to take the hair that I have that I would use for a weave and put on a wig and see what I could do that. My first wig was horrible. It was like 2015. My first wig was so bad. I think I wore it to your dad's wedding. Like, I was just trying to cut up hair.
No, but it was still, but you made that work.
So how did you learn the technique? Because I know it's so, like, it takes a lot of skill, right?
She also knows how to do a sewing machine.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I
Yes,
do.
you do it.
I just want everybody to know that.
Right? It's not. She actually went to a class and sat down and learned.
Pay my money and learn how to do that, and that makes it much more durable. But sewing machine is just you get the custom size of the person's head, and you just have to match up those sizes. As long as you measure that correctly, then you're good. But to actually show you, have to have the machine in front of me to really get down and show you everything.
So you started in 2015.
2015, but by hand.
By hand.
Yes, and I took really long. And then eventually I was getting a little clientele, a little bit, nothing crazy. Then I found that class that you mentioned. That was a lady named Samika Gibson, I think her name is, and took that, and then ever since then it sped up a little bit, little by little, and then, you know, I'm not crazy big, but I'm getting there.
It's getting on the wall. Once I see you on my Explore page, it's getting there.
I'm on the Explore page.
Yes, you're on my Explore page. When you're just scrolling and you just see your friends or like, you know, anyone that you have like a business relationship with, it's like, oh shit. Explore page, you done made it. That's Hollywood right there.
On an Explore page.
Shade room, like,
Right? Just got to get it on the right head and then boom, that's it.
Right, that's what you're trying to do. Trying to do that and, you know, keep networking, and I'll go to your event and learn things. And I'm trying to do my own event soon, so that'll be, you know, something big like what I did before. But yeah, that's.
Are there any wig makers who you look at or like on Instagram? Because I know there's like 1,000 people who make wigs. Like, is there someone who you watch every so often, like, or who you get tips from?
Honestly, I watch everybody because that's how I started. I didn't go to hair school and none of that stuff. So I started off just doing research and figure out I want to make a wig. I got this internet at my hands that you can do so much with. So if you want to learn how to do something, it's like people don't want to put themselves out there to take the time and research. Just research it. You can find so much stuff. I just kept researching and, you know, till I got it right. That's basically it. YouTube, just regular internet browser search, searches, Instagram, all that stuff. Yeah, that was it. Like,
I'm just so proud of the both of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so amazing just seeing people, you know, just like grow and then just seeing where they branch off to, because you know everyone's life goes in different directions. You know, some people are not as fortunate to really, you know, be able to do something like this, and their life may take different turns, you know, and it's just amazing to see like you two really committed to your craft, and it just makes you want to like, you know? I just love it. I really do.
I appreciate that.
I really do.
So do you guys find that as entrepreneurs, it makes strains on like personal relationships? Do you find like maybe some people may think you don't have the time for them, or like maybe men, if you're dating, not sure if you guys are like dating or single or whatever, like do you find that some men are often intimidated at the fact that you're handling like your business?
I don't know if they're intimidated, but sometimes I feel like being, you know, single and talking to certain people, and it's like, yeah, I'm not working today, but I'm working. Like, so, and then they're like, oh, but, you know, you want to trip? I'm working. Like, I can't come out right now. And then if I'm not working, I have a son, like you said, a 3-year-old. And if I got to be with him, then it's like, sometimes you not being my significant other, you got to take the back seat. Like, that's just how that goes. I don't know. I never got any negative feedback, but it might make a person think like you're not into them or whatever. But that's just what it is right now. Like, I got a goal, you know?
What about you, T?
Well, you know, I'm still with my spouse, Chris.
Shout out to Hubster.
Yes, hey. As far as friends, they're watching right now. So I feel like the biggest part of being an entrepreneur, any profession that you have, is about time balance and time management. So for me, I never really feel strained, or I know people in my circle don't feel that I'm, you know, torn from giving them attention. And whenever I have an event or anything, they're always there. So they're always a part of anything that I do. And I love to go out and spend time with myself or my friends. So I make sure that's a priority. So I never make time for that. Everything's balanced. So my business doesn't overpower my job, and my job doesn't overpower my personal well-being. So I make sure that everything's balanced. And I feel like as a man, you shouldn't be intimidated by a woman who is independent. I mean, there are other avenues that we need you for. Conversation, affection, you know, attention. So it should never be, you know, like that. Like, dang, she don't got time for me, you know?
Yeah, but for some men, it's like, you know, they really, some men don't
they haven't evolved yet.
Not being the one to really, like, be the one doing certain things, you know. Some men still want a woman to, okay, you got a job, a little jobby job, that's okay, but oh, you're doing what? Oh, you're doing other
doing
extra
a lot?
shit?
Like,
what
you're doing
is this?
extra
Oh, you're doing
stuff?
other things that you love doing.
So, like, you don't need me.
You don't really need me.
I posted about that the other day. I forgot. For Love and Hip Hop posted something about
Meeting Marcus.
Yes.
And I even seen that. What's that girl name? He was on Love and Hip Hop.
Brooke Valentine.
I was like,
yeah, I just felt like, so we only need you to pay a bill.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it just kills me. I mean, yes, the modern tradition is men take care of the household, but you have where women are just striving, and it's the reverse.
And you just want to be like, no, I need you to need me.
Yeah.
So I have to feel like how about you do something that not to say that I need, but we have to want each other, whether I need you or not. That's not gonna stay the same, you know.
Not at all.
So once I don't need you, then what are you here for? You know, like what's left?
What's the point?
Where's the foundation of everything? And I don't know. That's kind of crazy, you know, because I've dealt with that in the past in a relationship where it's like, all right, like I don't want you doing all this extra stuff. I don't want the light on you or something, and it's like that's trash to really, you know, be with somebody who wants to like dim your light or who doesn't want you to be like bigger in a sense, or you know. And I'm glad that you have somebody who you're with who, you know, is appreciative of you as a woman, and you know, I'm sure he's confident in his position, and I think we should all strive to be with people like that, you know. What about you, Tiff? I know you're like, are you dating?
I'm dating, you know, freshly single, whatever.
Oh, she's on the scene, guys. She's hot with a nice blonde man.
Dabble and dabble a little bit, you know.
Tiff about to create an alter ego watch.
Don't do that. This is Tanya.
That's my mama name.
I know. I like your long day.
Like, oh my God, please don't let me stop. But I have a question, right? So today, I was on Instagram, and I saw a post about Chief Keef, and they were saying, did y'all see this post about Chief Keef today?
Nope.
They were basically saying that he has 4 more kids by 4 different women, right? And now he has to pay everybody child support, and so he has 9 kids in total. And I believe Chief Keef is like 22 or 23 or something like that. Young kid.
He's really young, yeah.
That's a lot.
Could you guys deal with a man who had multiple children by multiple women?
I mean, he's put himself through that, and honestly, with celebrities, that's become the culture. Like, men are dishing themselves out in different directions, and being okay with knowing that it comes with like child support.
Then we're allowing it too.
And then the women have to ultimately lay down and take that. So if you're making that decision for yourself, then you know what you signed up for.
I feel like that's irresponsible though on his end to have 4 more, like 4 more different. That's insane.
If
like,
he's
that's
taking care of them, it's not necessarily irresponsible. That is the culture of people with that kind of money, because he has a big bag.
I don't be seeing everybody out there with 9.
She's got a big bag.
Females.
Oh, girl, listen. There's white multimillionaires with like a fucking bunch of a kid for every state in the fucking country. Like, it be like that. And
whatever color, that's a lot.
I feel like if you're gonna make that decision, just make sure that you are in your children's lives and they are fully aware of who you are, and they also know that that's not the initial way to go about doing things. Like, if you're gonna decide to make that decision, then handle it properly, but also train your kids to know that shit is also not okay. Like, but that's just what it is, and you are loved. That's it. As long as your kids know that they're loved, then it is what it is.
So you're saying that if he can afford it, you don't care?
Oh, not me. I wouldn't do that. Like, I'm just saying in general, but I wouldn't do that. But however, if I did find myself in that situation and he can afford to take care of all of us equally, and he's also in my child's life equally as he is with everyone else, that's fine. Because I did that. You understand? I made that decision. I put myself through that. So that's that.
What's your face? No?
I'm like,
that's a dub?
No. I feel bad saying that I wouldn't deal with somebody with a kid
children,
in general. Yes, because
yeah.
I feel like people can look at me and say the same thing. Like, no, I'm not going to deal with it because she has a son. And like, you know, I feel bad saying that, but that's a lot of kids. Oh, that's kids. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of other mothers. That's a lot to deal with. I don't know if I would want to deal with it. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I feel bad saying it, but
I wouldn't even give the question energy.
Yes,
you're like,
keep your
listen,
energy. Stow that energy.
No, like,
yes, protect that
that's
energy.
A dub.
That's a lot.
I feel like in this day and age, rappers or athletes who are transitioning into their career young are not coached or trained enough on the proper things to do, and not being trained, they make small mistakes that they can't come back from. And you don't think about how it affects everyone. So to be that young and have that many children, you like forget them, the adults. Do you know how much like negative pressure is setting on the children right now? Social media, when they get to school, and you say, okay, don't care about what people think, but we're living in a generation where kids are committing suicide based off of thoughts that other children are having about them.
And
so
internet
it's like,
bullying.
So I would, as him, I would really sit down with everyone in one room and say, listen,
he needs intervention.
We need to be one.
They need to be on some Diddy shit.
Diddy
brings the whole family together. Diddy is the man.
And just make sure they're all aware of what's going on. Like, you're my sister, you're my brother. Yes.
Love each other. Don't disrespect each other. Like, let your kids know their love. Like I said previously, like that is extremely important. The thing is, when things like this happen, a lot of kids stray away and do other things to find love, or go into other, like, resort to gangs and things like that, because they need a sense of community and a sense of family and a sense of belonging. So
and that can go with you for a real long time.
How can you have
to you older and
give them all that same attention? There's no way.
I was thinking
there's a way. Diddy doesn't.
Diddy doesn't have 9 kids.
Talk about him.
But
Diddy has like 5.
That's different personalities.
And 2 of them are about the same.
He has 5.
I think once you pass 3, like, that's too much. Once you get past 3, that's
twins. So
right.
So that's like 1, like 3 by the same
exactly.
And then you got 1 by the other person, another by. It's not. He had 4 more children by 4 more different women.
So do you think it makes him better than Chief Keef?
What? I think that makes him a little bit more responsible, that he's not. I mean, yes, he had this whole, like the last episode we were saying, the baby at the same time with the twins and the other one. But I mean, he's still not out there impregnating women after woman after woman.
I mean, it's not even that era for him no more. That's why we the era that we're in. I feel sorry for us and our kids, because shit is going. It's like you don't even know what direction things are about to take. You don't know if, because we're also growing up in an age where, like, the surroundings are like causing for. There's either gonna be like a young group of like rebels that are revolting for the right purposes, or everybody's gonna become social media zombies. You don't know which way it's gonna go. Like, so it's hard to tell. It's really difficult to tell. But I think like Diddy and Chief Keef, that's just 2 different eras of men. You understand? These are not the same.
But Diddy had his moment, and he was wild.
And I'm not even talking about money. I'm talking about like the house, like the time and the community that you grew up in. Like, that was a different time. Like, you understand? Diddy knows hustle, like real hustle. Like, Diddy knows family. Like, I don't really know what Chief Keef knows, but
do not know family. Do you hear he be talking about these women? They be like, Chief Keef is not talking to me. Go off of him on the internet after just impregnating them, laying down with them, impregnating them, and going on.
I feel like if you could sit down,
if
you could sit down and smoke weed with your mama and curse in front of her with your gun on the table, you a different type of nigga.
It's sad. And like you said, if that's where he came from. That's what he came from. Then what would you really expect of him? You know what I'm saying? And then you working with kids, so I know that you're really trying to
mold these kids,
like really change whatever perceptions they're seeing of things. And I'm sure, like, have you ever had to deal with a kid and you're like, you see that he might be, or he or she might be moving like astray or going a certain way, and you like had to be like, yo, like, let me talk to you, like, what's going on at home, or like, how are you doing?
Yeah, that's every day. I was in elementary school, and I'm in middle school, so of course the situations that they deal with are a little bit more extreme. Middle school is not rough.
Girl, middle school can be
Middle school was rough for me. That was a different life. That's when shit started happening.
Well, yeah. So 4th grade is a pivotal point for your young years. 7th grade is a huge turning point because you're becoming a young adult. You have 1 more year left before you get to high school. So yeah, you have a lot of turning points in middle school, and it just sucks. Like, some of my kids smoke weed, and they're in 7th grade.
And they telling you they smoke weed?
Sometimes they don't have to say it. It's
They
like
don't
it's
have
just
to
a
say
thing
it.
that
you see
know,
how they
right?
are when they're in the class and they spaced out and
Right. So it's
what
conversations you can have with them, but what I've come okay with them myself, knowing you can't save everybody.
You can't.
And because you're telling them this in the classroom, you can't control their home environment. So what my motto is, you only can control what comes in your door. Whatever happens outside the door, you cannot control. Be okay with that. You can give them advice, but who's to say if they're going to listen to it? I know when I was at that age, one ear right out the other until I graduated high school. And I'm like,
things, all right.
yeah, I should have listened to my mom or my teacher. So it sucks, but I've been to a middle school prom at Sugar Hill, and there was 2 students pregnant.
Wow.
Oh, wait, middle school prom?
Yeah, but don't be shocked because we have Teen Mom 1, Teen Mom 2. It's okay to be pregnant at 15, 14. So it's what is
you can get on the show and make some money eventually.
Yeah, it's like we're putting out the wrong images to our children. I mean, even the commercials that I'm seeing on TV now is just culture shock. Before, I'm seeing commercials where it's like, okay, Santa Claus is coming, and now you got commercials where you don't even see Santa Claus. Mommy and daddy putting a gift on the tree, or mommy putting a gift under the tree, and it's like,
So, you know what's crazy? These, right before I left, it's so crazy that you said that. What store was it? I want to say, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm not even going to say a name of a store because I'm not sure anymore, but I know the logo was red. So we could choose from a few. Target. So,
yeah, I was just about to say,
but it wasn't Target. It was something else. But, like, the lady came on and she's like, Santa Claus isn't always going to give you what you want. I'm like, no. He is. That's the point.
Right.
That's what Santa Claus does. You don't say. So what's the message that you're sending to your kids?
Yeah.
So if Santa Claus is not going to give it to you, who's going to give it to you? And if somebody else can give it to you, then does Santa Claus exist?
Right.
And then now you're shattering.
I just had a conversation with my
and you
mother.
guys have 2 boys.
So I was having a conversation with someone, right? And they were saying that you should not lie to your kids, no matter the age, and that you should tell them that you are the ones purchasing their gifts, and that you should not feed them lies about Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. Me personally, I feel like there is nothing wrong with kids having a sense of an imagination, and maybe not to the extent where imaginary friends. Some people go through phases, but not to the extent where like the person was saying that they're talking to an imaginary friend 20 years from now, but like it's good for them to have,
to look
It's the
forward to
one time in their life that they can believe in something like that and actually fully
and keep their innocence.
Yes.
So you guys don't like I don't think that's
There's nothing wrong with that. I had to kind of scold my mother a couple days ago because she said in front of Cam that Santa's not giving you those gifts. It was mommy and dad's gift. I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because he's 3. Like, why would you
He's
take
3.
that away from him?
He's
For what?
a baby.
And it brought me back because I'm like, wow, you should tell me that. Like, I remember that. Don't do that. And this is that's not your kid. That's one thing, but don't do that.
But
Let
it's
him
also
believe
hard.
that. Like,
It's harder though because like you could say that no, Santa Claus is gonna, and then your kid goes to school and they're like, well, my mommy said Santa Claus ain't, and it's like
that's always been there though. There's always
Right.
been that kid who, but it's just like she said, it's just extra shit like commercials and shit and all this other stuff that they're like being like influenced by. So it's just like, oh my gosh, like how do I even stop that? I can't, but I know that I want my kids to believe in Santa Claus. It's okay. The person I was talking to was like, if you want them to believe in this big white man coming down the chimney that you don't have, you live in an apartment.
that's fine. Santa finds a way. Santa will find a way.
Right. They look like in a window.
Right.
what the fuck?
And
Somewhere.
You ain't got no chimney. That big white man. The white man said.
But but he was very serious. He was like, you need to, he was like, I don't want my kids believing that a white man
Here's
down
the thing.
chimney is going to be giving them gifts when your mom and your dad's working hard
It's
to do
like
this.
Santa and Macy's.
I just felt I just feel like my son's 6. I feel like he's already asking certain questions because he's learning himself
more.
in his. All right, like this really is not the kind of believe it. Next year, I'm sure he's gonna be like, all right, I know this is not real, but I just wanted him to like find that out himself. It's just Santa Claus.
It's just being
you
a
know what I'm
child.
saying?
Like eventually you will grow up and you will understand there's no Easter Bunny, there's no Santa,
Yeah.
you're gonna understand that.
And then you're gonna understand why too.
Right.
You're gonna understand that your
What grade
parents
is your
was
son
trying
in?
to.
First grade.
Yep. Oh yeah, next year. My godson
Yeah.
found out in 2nd grade that Santa Claus wasn't real.
And like, was he hurt?
Yeah.
I think more so disappointing.
Oh, see, and that's what he was saying.
But you get over it.
Oh, sorry, I put him out. That's what he was saying. So this is what he was saying. He was saying is disappointment that your parents lied.
So that's fine because your kids, you have to train your kids to also control their emotions. So it's okay to be disappointed as long as you're able to get over that hump because you're going to be disappointed in a lot of things.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like, might as well be able to set yourself up for healthy disappointment. You know, that's something that's healthy. Now, if you're taking the conversation into a place of it's a white man and our black parents is like wait before you let your kids make these decisions on their own. Don't start drilling in the whole woke thing into your kids' head when they're like this
well,
gay
they
small.
love everybody. Like
exactly. Your kids
not,
grow up and it's an innocence that you're born with, and I feel like you shouldn't tarnish that so soon.
Right.
Like if your kid, once your kid becomes a teenager, there has to be certain times and things like that where, or even before like 12, 13, that you'll sit them down and you let them know certain things, or you'll see how they maneuver in life and then be like, okay, you know what? You did this yesterday and I had a problem with that. So sit down, let's talk about it. Like learn how to communicate with your kids and just, but don't like shatter their dreams because that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, my mom was the tooth fairy until I was 12 and I knew there was no more tooth fairy. I'm like, Ma, come on. Like, I think I was like 11 and I
like dead laying there like
right.
Put your hand on the pillow like
Still thinking, and I'm like, she's like, well, the tooth fairy used to. I'm like, Ma, that was you. I know this already. She's like, well, you're my baby still. So I'm like, I'm not a baby anymore. But it's just good to know that your parents want to like keep that healthy, like the positive thing going in your mind, like
so much negative stuff in the world.
So much.
Like, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of Santa Claus and a little bit of Easter Bunny, and you know, and he was
one time in your life.
He was really like, and he was kind of like pushing me to. He was like, well, we don't have a chimney. How he getting in here? I was like, magic.
There's a window.
Like, magic. He was like, how are you sure?
Have you let him watch the new Christmas movie?
Which one?
It just came out. I don't know.
Grinch?
No,
It's a
it was
Christmas
Santa
movie?
Claus. I don't know the name of it. I just watched it with my godson. It's a
how is
Christmas
it?
movie. I'm trying to
gotta be careful
remember
with these movies nowadays.
No, but in the movie though, Santa came through the chimney and they were just showing like I think the different ways that he can come in the home. So
Watching that.
yeah, I think that would help in a sense, but I know that they're finding out younger and younger that Santa Claus is not real, which sucks.
But it's because of, like I said, the culture that we
Yeah,
have. Like
yeah.
we want to be so real with our kids, and it's like, I ain't got none yet, but when I do,
my
I'm
kid's
going
a
to
kid.
try to save the
Yeah.
innocence, like, and I'm definitely not gonna have nobody pushing that down my child's throat like Santa Claus is not real. If I hear you say it, I might slap you. Like,
I was 9 when I found out from school that it wasn't real.
You're gonna find out anyway. You're gonna get your heart broken. Your parents, you're not even gonna tell your parents. You understand? We've all been there where it's like we lock ourselves in our rooms and we're crying because a guy like played us, or we seen them with the other pretty girl in class and we're like, life is over. Like, you're gonna be able to deal with disappointment. You're gonna learn how to do that. So like, people, savor your children's innocence, please. Like, that's all we have is the youth, them, like, for real. Like,
They're the future, you know, and you really have to, regardless, you don't have to be a parent, you know, to influence a child, you know, so.
Educators as well. They just had a post where the substitute teacher in some state told the class that Santa wasn't real.
Oh,
They
yeah,
fired her.
they got
And they fired
fired.
her.
Yeah.
And it's
Do you
like,
think that was harsh?
No.
You think she just,
Only because working with that age group.
what age was it?
It was elementary school.
Oh, it's like, I think it was like first grade or something.
Yeah.
that's
So like
so
working
okay.
with them, I remember a scenario like a few years ago. A parent came up because her son came home and said Santa wasn't real. He heard it from another peer. And long story short, it's like some parents, like you guys are saying, were traumatized just by the thought that their kid could know that this is real.
Yeah.
So it turned into a whole big mess. So for her to do that to a class of like 32 kids,
That's
only
crazy.
imagine the parents who are like,
It's crazy. They're not ready for this. Because someone was saying they came home distraught. Like, the girl came home distraught. Like, that's a really hard thing. Kids are not worried about so many things.
Exactly.
You know, they don't got all this
It's like
worry.
their
but it's like you
heartbreak.
crushed my
big for some people,
entire
isn't it?
day. Like my godson, he was so disappointed. It took maybe a week to reel him back. Like that's not just like a 30-minute conversation.
Yeah.
It's like go to your room. Santa's not real. No,
Yeah.
it's like so all these years.
Like,
Have a drink.
Yeah.
You have to really like.
Oh my gosh. You have to have a drink.
I mean, it might as well. The way we kicking all this stuff down on kids' throat. Like, listen, he's not real. Like, go sit down somewhere. Go.
It's bedtime. You got school in the morning.
You want a bear? Like, relax.
You want a bear?
Like, go ahead. Might as well. Jesus. Like,
It sucks.
it does. It does. Like, so you are in a healthy relationship. When do you want to have like little babies?
Hello.
I just love babies.
Shout out to my mom for just getting married, but
Congratulations.
he has to propose first before we can have that conversation, because I'm not trying to have. Listen, you can be married and have a child and be left as a single parent. You know what I mean?
But at least you tried.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about marriage before we can have a child, and that's just something that. Like, my mom had me out of wedlock, but she got married.
Yeah.
And she had my sister.
Yeah.
So I just want to kind of like break that chain.
Try to
Break
exactly.
every
Yeah.
chain. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just want to start something
Take the
new, and that's
time.
something I want to do. And he's very traditional. So is his family. He's from the South. So
Okay.
that's something
That's your
that.
nice little Southern
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, I'm tired of these New York niggas. Tired of y'all. Give me a down south
You know,
nigga.
it wasn't even that. It's like being from New York and dating New York guys. They are so fast paced, and it's like if I don't have that instant gratification. Tiffany, girl, what you doing?
Right.
Let's go get something.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what
they don't
mine
understand the time and investment that it takes. No offense, fellas, into a relationship, and I feel like that's what the guys that I was dating. They were lacking that. And then when I tried older guys, it was like, I'm trying to control what you doing. When you
No, it's not happening.
I had a father,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, you know.
I know
I don't need another
okay.
one. Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not lacking in that department. Right.
And I've tried, I've always dated athletes, so he's an athlete. And, I mean, when I tried non-athletes, it didn't work out for me really well. I didn't feel like we could relate much. Yeah.
You got to be able to relate on some level. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you're drawn to, and it just turned into this. And how long y'all been together?
4 years?
That's a nice little solid amount of proposal time.
I don't know.
Hope he's watching.
I mean, yeah, but no. I feel like you can be with someone for 10 years and still not be ready.
It takes a long time to know someone, and there's no like time frame on how long it takes for you to like reveal your true self.
And marriage doesn't fix doesn't make
You can be
everything
married and
roses
not know
and then
nothing.
lilies and all this other shit either. So
And like
Every
marriage
day
is
is
a
a
next
contract.
level.
It's what you put on it. It's how you feel about it.
You have to really sit down and
Technically.
agree about this is what I'm gonna do. This is what you're gonna do. This is how we're gonna build our foundation and rise to the top. Some people get married and they get divorced in like less time.
people
Like
get
what?
married in like
Less than a year?
a year,
Because
2
they're
years.
like, oh, it's another title. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
Duh.
I know somebody who her family introduced her to a guy, right? They hit it off. She got married to him after 6 months. You know what I'm saying? She's now pregnant, about to have a baby. And now they're like, they live together now. And it's just like, for me, I'm all for like, okay, like real love and everything. But it's like, you really don't know people. Like, you've met somebody who had a whole life before you and a whole other things that they've gone through and try to like, get past and work and get better at. And it's like, I'm marrying you now after like 6 months.
But do they love each other? They have a kid.
She says, I mean, yeah, she's pregnant. She's about to have a baby. She's
Is this some like
but when she says
religious
this,
or
she's
like
Indian?
Oh.
She's Indian.
Okay.
But she's like Americanized, But when I asked her, I was like, you love him? She's like, yeah. And I'm
like she's learning how
to love.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, she's learning. So it just seemed like that right there mainly for me was just like this is what needed to be done type of thing. So this is why I'm doing that. And like, I think it sucks when people got to do that, just for like security or, just to like have the status of marriage. It's like.
So what would you say is like a time frame that you would say, all right, after this amount of years? And because even though we say like, we literally just said 10 seconds ago that 10 years you still cannot know somebody after the 10 years, but 6 months is too fast. So what is the time frame that
There's
it's like?
no time frame.
Yeah.
So then
Make sure you're in love.
The 6 month person
Period.
really, or
well,
the 10 years.
she doesn't even know if she loves. First of all, if
She's
somebody
like,
asks you if you love a
maybe
person,
not
they
that
be like,
person, but
okay, yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, what's love?
She
Like,
was full pregnant and everything. She's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna love this baby.
I mean,
though.
maybe not
Girl,
that.
you love
but
that
this
condo that he
person,
getting y'all right
whoever
now,
that says
because
that they're in love.
Shit, we get niggas more for less. If you want to be real, if you want to take it there, but that's a different conversation. So,
I'm virgin, so
I mean,
any of that stuff in there.
chicks get a condo clothes and shit. Like, can I get a? Like,
can we go to the movies? I want to see Creed.
You better might love him. You better love him. Like,
I'm saying we kind of sometimes I feel like we judge. I'm not really. I don't.
This is the most non-judgmental person.
I am.
Like she's the most like if I give her some information,
side, I'm like,
she's gonna be like, yeah, well, maybe. I'm like,
because sometimes we get caught up in all the negative stuff, and sometimes you got to be like, all right, let's not all the time. Don't be silly, because I was silly at one point for a long time, but yeah, we gotta sometimes look at the bright and not expect negative out of everybody all the time, because it's not always that situation.
Yeah, and I mean, it also goes back to like the whole theory of like you could sleep with somebody on the same day you meet them and be with them for how long, and then you could wait this amount of time, and then you finally do it, and it's like
John Legend and his wife.
They met
on the first day of a video shoot.
First of all, I love Chrissy.
Got married, had a baby.
She's amazing.
Had another baby.
I love her so much.
Supposedly, I don't know.
Yeah, so I feel like don't set, and I feel like those are the women that fail the most. Like, honestly, those women that like, well, if you don't marry me by the time by February 21st, 2019,
you're forcing him. You're forcing
right?
I also don't think it's like really forcing, but having a conversation with your spouse or your mate and letting them know, like, this is a timetable we have, and just setting out guidelines and boundaries. Like, I don't want to just be with you. I want to build an empire with you. I think that's just being clear and transparent within each other, so he knows or she knows, like, all right, 5 years or 6 years, I know
what she's expecting. I know what I need to work myself up to. I know what I need to build myself up to be for her, and she's doing the same for me. So
you like I said, find the right person for that as well, because that's not to say it works for you, but like some people it's not gonna work for. So you got to have that plan, and then the person that's gonna, all right, let's do this together.
And like, don't plan things and keep it in your head, because I feel like us as women, we do that shit a lot. Like, we'll be like, well, 2 weeks, whatever. I know he's gonna get this thing. If he don't get, and then you be mad. You're expecting a proposal, and you're mad because he didn't do that. He opening up a box of earrings, and you're like, where the fuck is my ring? Like, I don't want this shit. But
you want to get married?
You don't do that. Like, I feel like if you really love with someone, if you guys are really in love with each other, there's no time frame. You guys are just going to, like, as you grow and as you build, you will both know when the time is right.
But y'all all believe in marrying one day.
I think so. I think that would be. I think that's the ideal, beautiful thing. Like, that's beautiful. Like, I've been married before.
Yo, your face. What's wrong with marriage?
You don't want to get married?
You see how her face changed?
You don't have to.
Your face was like, no,
you don't have to.
Maybe it's just what I see, to be honest with you. It's not even. It's what I see, to be honest with you. Like, my family, everybody that I know has been married. It's always turns out bad, and that's me not being positive. I know I just sound positive person, all that good stuff,
but that's what you see. It's not being negative. It's facts.
Auntie Valerie, like, love Auntie Valerie. She has, Uncle Ravel, and they got the kids and blah blah, and a crazy situation happened, and that's not my business to say it. But I was just like, wow, they're not married anymore. Like, my Auntie Valerie's not married anymore. No way. And then you see it all over, and it's like, that is just a lot. Like, and I'm like, do I even want to? Can I just love a person and not marry them? Like, can I just have that whole everything and have that genuine love for somebody and grow and everything, and just but not the marriage part?
What is
that?
it?
That don't work in New York. It's not a thing no more.
What's it called? What you call a wife, right?
Yeah, I
forgot.
Common law.
Marriage. Not New York anymore.
Since when?
I don't know, but I read it somewhere.
Wait, what is this?
It's not New York. That's right. Look it up.
When you live with somebody, you're with them for 8 years. According to common law, you're legally married. Like, you're legally together. Legally married.
So that means that
certain states not New York anymore.
But really, because that means like that, like if she been with your father for how many years and he croaked and she been living there, then that's she in charge of everything. If he ain't got no will,
the government is crazy.
Right? You make sure you gotta have a will.
Things are now, like,
black people
get a will.
Can we start having wills?
Yes, Staples has them for $59.95. They got the whole package together.
Cleo pen.
Listen, if you got children, you got family.
What shit is that? Like,
make a will. Yo, it's just crazy. But that's the crazy thing, because it's like a lot of black people don't have wills. But then a lot of black families don't even have like
money,
life insurance,
so money or jobs
it's
or
like
401k.
We gotta get better at a lot of things. You understand? Like, we got kids, we don't have
or even get insurance, because people are dying. families can't afford the coffins, the burial site. You gotta pay for all of that stuff.
GoFundMe for my
Right.
like,
And it's not
my
that
mom
much.
was like 70. Why don't she have life insurance?
I don't know. Why did we just find that funny?
Oh, yeah.
But it's like that.
That's
We gotta
true.
get
Go for me. I need a coffin, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's not that much. Like, it's not that much money to put out to get a little bit of something with you.
I'm about to start selling
like,
life
it's not.
insurance. Get another hustle on.
I got a lady for you.
Primerica.
No,
Y'all never been hit with us,
no, I know. She's gonna put you on.
Okay. Life insurance by Jade coming soon.
By Jade.
By Jade. I'm at everybody's church every Sunday. Y'all need life insurance?
So you look a little old.
I'm like, yeah.
How you feeling today? You looking like you need some life insurance.
Life insurance.
You got. You know you gonna go one
But
day.
yeah.
How much time?
One day you gonna go.
Before I keep talking. 10 minutes. All right, was there
Wow.
something- Dang, we flew through this. Usually we like play music and like stuff.
I was wondering. I was like,
But the bond and the energy and the feminine
vibes.
flowing through that, you know? Oh my god. So I had a question, right? Because like I was saying before, like turn the cameras on, dealing with, because you're having, an event where we're gonna be talking about, we're gonna have vision boards and talking about what you want to do, where you want to go. And I was saying like sometimes it can be kind of like you can be taken aback being in a space with a lot of women. How do you guys deal with in your field, especially where you're dealing with hair, like, and there's a million other hair people, hair wig makers. How do you deal with that, like building and reaching out to women, some who may not be as responsive because they may feel like you're trying to be like the next thing popping, and they want to be salty and sprinkle the salt on your, how do you deal with that? Like,
I'm just giving out good vibes. To be honest with you, I'm giving compliments. You're doing your thing. Like this one girl I had kind of came up with, but we started around the same time, and like I'm in her inbox like, yo, I see what you're doing, like you're doing your thing, keep doing your shit, like you're inspiring me, and just putting out those good vibrations and hoping to get them back. And if I don't, then that's fine, because I'm still doing what I need to do.
Because you're genuine.
If you're doing a good job, then keep doing your thing, and that's just it. Good energy.
And you, I don't know how you deal
Same
with that.
thing.
Yes, Sam?
I've never come across a situation where it turned out like negative or another one wasn't responsive. I think in this era that we're in, a lot of women are looking for women of melanin and to network and socialize with them. So I've come across a lot of women who are like, yes, I want to be with you. I want to do the next event with you, or I want to be at your event.
But you're also putting that out, like that energy out there, And
I think it's a give and take. So it can't be like a one side support. It got to be you support me, I support you. And I think that's where a lot of like businesses fell short of, because they ask for so much support, but then they don't
want to support
back.
Yeah, buy something. Support your black businesses. Support your neighborhood black businesses too.
Give me a good word, anything, just anything.
Big facts.
So, we usually have a section, a segment,
I was waiting for it.
It's called Sex Facts.
Oh.
We usually have a segment. I don't know how Miss Tila over here will, respond to, because she's in a full-blown happy relationship, but you can...
I mean, you could be in a happy relationship and still talk about sex facts. Who said that? It's not only for sad, single people.
He's far from that. We have a very open and understanding relationships, and we're grown. So, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the facts that I wanted to talk about was, I read a fact. It was a study. His name was Dr. Ed. So he basically polled like 2,000 men and women from the UK and from the US. And he was asking different questions about like relationships and stuff. And one of the questions was, have you faked an orgasm have you faked an orgasm in a relationship? 46% of women in a relationship said yes, they've faked orgasms.
That's it?
No, that's a lot.
I would think that it would be more, honestly. I really would think that.
Have you guys been in a relationship and faked an orgasm before? In a relationship, but the thing was, the takeaway was.
What do you mean by relationship?
No, in an interaction. In commitment. We're together. Everyone knows you are committed to each other.
But I know you're gonna give me that big O.
So commitment. Because they said the takeaway was that the women who were in relationships faked it more than the women who were just out, not in relationships, just doing their thing.
I mean, you have to save feelings. You have to sometimes, like, but like, and it also depends on your standards. You do. You're not gonna just be
so you have
in
to
a relationship with your man, and if you don't feel like that's coming on, what you gonna do? You're just gonna be like,
And 27% of men
We're gonna have to take
it.
sex class together. I mean, that's if you want to be committed. Me personally, on to the next.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I've never been in a relationship with someone that has not given me an orgasm. If you are unable to do that on a constant basis, I ain't for you. Not mine. We can't be. We can't be.
It would make me feel less confident to know that you're not trying hard enough to allow me to have an orgasm.
So y'all are telling me right now that y'all have never faked it before in a relationship. Y'all have never not one time had.
But you see, you used to have relationships. So
relationship, keyword. Y'all have never.
Telling me, and the relationship did not last.
Not one of y'all has faked it in a relationship.
I have many relationships.
So I have. No. I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell y'all.
But you said committed relationship. That's different.
Yes.
Now, non-relationship, yes.
Okay.
Relationship,
No,
no.
that's the other way around. I feel like if it's not a relationship, then I'm probably going to quickly let you know, like, that's not.
Does it count if it's like your first relationship ever? Because it was like one of my first relationships ever, like fresh out of like the whole losing your virginity thing, and I just wanted to like. I feel like at a certain age when you're like really young, like you care more about keeping the person that you're with than like, is he really satisfying me? Is he really doing something for me? Like, you just want to be like, you know what? He's fire. All the girls want him, but he wants me. So I'm gonna
give him the biggest.
So I definitely have to save a couple feelings, but trust me and believe me when I say it always came out later on down the road. Like, you know what, nigga? Let me tell you. You didn't make me come. Yeah. So, because sometimes you have to put people in their place and let them know that you was doing them a favor, and then you got to think about it later on when you grow up. Like, wait. No, he still got what he needed. Right. Like, you didn't do anything. So I like being grown now, like in the relationship that I'm in, I had to establish that we had that connection because a lot of people say sex is not important. Sex is one of the number one reasons why you get into a relationship with someone. Period. Like, it doesn't matter if you feel like yes it is or no it's
not by Sierra's standards.
Well, you don't know that.
I wouldn't say that I need sex to be with my man right now. Like,
so that's not one of your top reasons.
No.
Okay.
You guys have a bigger connection.
Are you guys like? You guys are nymphos?
You can have way more.
Maybe something like that. You know, we have a little bit of sex.
Do I think it's a necessity or an addition to a relationship? Yes, but that's not like. No, I need more than that from him. Like, even if, listen, I know how to get myself an orgasm, so gallery. But I feel like for me, with what I want and need, that's not number one.
Right, like I said, it shouldn't be number one, but it's one of the most important thing. It has to be because if you don't have sex, is not just. I'm not talking about just. Pumping, humping and grinding, and then that's it. Sex is a passionate thing. Yes. You're exchanging energy with someone. If you're having sex with someone and you feeling weird vibes after and things like that, I really believe in like being spiritually connected with someone. So if during sex, which is an extreme spiritual like exchange, if you can't like feel that person is going to be that person that gives you that fresh energy and that passion that you need, you cannot sustain a relationship with that person. You can try. Will it work? No. Unless you base a relationship off of other things. Like, it's a money relationship. It's a business relationship. It's, you know, but I'd rather it be an all aspect kind of thing. Like, so yes, sex is very important to me.
Your body will tell you when that one ain't the one. I'm telling you. You get hit with the BV monster, don't say shit.
Oh, shit.
Don't say nothing sleeping with these niggas out here. Listen, it's okay. We're females. Listen, BV is a crazy thing, ladies, you know, but if you sleep with one guy and you guys build something, you won't get it. Don't worry about it.
You can sleep with whoever you want. Just protect yourself.
Or that.
Yo.
Sexually transmitted.
Bacterial vaginosis. That's what that is.
That's what that means.
He didn't know the acronym.
Oh, he over there like, what the fuck is this? That's a new thing. I know. He gonna be like, nigga, watch out for BV. I don't know what the fuck that is, but this bitch talking about this station. It's a new thing. Watch out for it. You know what I'm sorry, man.
No, yeah. I mean, it just protect, and I don't believe in also saying like you have to, like ladies specifically, you have to only be with one person.
Right.
Explore, find yourself, do what you do, just as men do. Just protect
Be
yourself
smart
in the
about it, yes.
process. Like, period. Don't be nasty. Be nice.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you a bunch.
Let us know what's going on next for you, Tilo. I know you have your event coming up, so let people know about that.
So many. I know, right?
Booked and busy.
Yes, 2019.
The main one that's really important
Yeah.
is December 23rd is our annual toy drive. It's going to be at the RO Hotel from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you have children and they're not less fortunate, please bring them out anyway. We're going to have free pictures with Santa Claus, and you get to print out right there. With Santa.
He's real.
Yes. And Santa will be of melanin. Yep. We will have games. Parks Department is sponsoring us, so it's Essentia. So we're gonna have right now we have 200 toys and more. We have food, music,
And you guys are like accepting more toys and
we
stuff?
are.
Okay.
December 15th is this Friday, and that. Is it Friday? You know, Saturday. December 14th, this Friday, will be the last day that we're accepting toys because right now we're just like over capacity with toys.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Nice.
That means it's like, listen, this is what I'm doing. And this is
And
working
it's
right
working,
now.
right.
That's amazing.
And we have we're giving away coats as well.
Guys, so come out to that event on the 23rd, and then what else?
So
we
the
got going
Aura
on?
Hotel?
RL Hotel.
RL Hotel.
It's on Broadway.
Right, okay.
And then what else?
And then we have the prom drive coming up. New York will be in May. Africa and TR will be in July. And Atlanta, North Carolina will be in February.
Yes.
New Orleans will
I'm
be
so
in
excited
March.
for her. Like, this is just so amazing.
Yeah.
She didn't name off one day. She
Right.
named off 10 different Africa and TR and
That's
different languages.
different
Yeah.
languages.
So-
Translation
Yeah.
required.
If anyone wants us to come to your state or country, they can just contact us on
They have
our
proms in
website.
Africa? They have proms now?
Yes, I can. If you look at my Instagram, there are tons of pictures of our girls. We're also in Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay.
So
Shout out
yeah,
to
they're
Jamaica.
prom everywhere.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, you are so blessed. Like, for you to, like, make one of your main things in life, like, giving back, you would always receive back in
Yes.
abundance.
Absolutely.
Always. So
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
that is just
thank
so
you.
nice. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
all of your new ventures, like, and all of your old ventures, because you've been doing this. You ain't new to this. You true to this. You true to this. Understand?
Thank you.
And Tiff, talk to us.
Well, 2019 summer, I'm looking to have an event. Still putting that together and seeing if I want to do it by myself or have other people. But that's coming up, and then just right now, I'm just trying to just grind. I have free installs right now when you purchase a frontal wig, custom frontal wig or full lace wig. Put that little plug in there. As well as just a special thing for crowns and head ties. If you contact me from now to the end of the year and mention crowns and head ties, is an extra $25 off. So get that little, and that can be combined with your loyalty discount or your referral discount. So
great.
get
So
a
we
little
ain't gotta
extra
have to pick
something.
one or the
Right? No,
other.
we're gonna combine all those crowns and head
Sounds
ties.
like you're saving money.
Yes, do that.
And you
Saving money.
and you know, being that, you know, we're like besties, whatever, like, you know, I know that you just said, fuck this full-time shit, I'm about to
Oh,
go
yes,
part-time,
I
and I'm
did.
gonna dedicate this free time to my passion.
Yes, 'cause
and
it was
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
I'm gonna jump in there, and I'm just so proud of you for doing that, because that takes a lot
That
to
was a
really,
big
like,
step.
It really does, to
Scary,
believe in
it's
yourself.
scary.
people got bills, but
Right.
it's like people hold on to that instead of going after their dreams because they, you know, are scared about not being able to maintain. And you know, it takes a lot to leap out, take that leap of faith.
Yes,
and,
it
you know,
does. It was
push
emotional.
forward.
I was in the
Yeah.
office crying with my manager, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna do this, like, but I'm gonna do this, you know, like, and if I'm gonna do it, I have to just do it and not talk about it or think
Have
about
you
it or
taken
whatever.
out a
And-
business loan?
No, I didn't, because a lot of the things that I do is you're giving me here to do, you know what I'm saying, to do the service. So I haven't needed to do that yet, but
What if are you LLC?
I would be, yes, I would be
Okay.
OC.
So you can.
But I didn't get any tax ID anything for it yet. So I'm like, I was still looking into it, being kind of nervous and scared about, is it really gonna go anywhere? But I do have to just be, you know, same how I did my job and just take that leap and, you know, go from there.
So 2019,
Yes, 2019.
Tiffy Thompson LLC
Thompson
coming
LLC,
through.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. We're predicting.
We're gonna have
We're
events
speaking
together,
into
girl. We have events
Yes,
together.
we need to.
We're speaking it into existence.
Yes.
I can't
It's
wait to
gonna
attend your
manifest.
vision
Yes.
board event. I think that's gonna be dope. Tiff, you coming?
Yes, of course.
Of course. Okay, so I think
Ticket, girl,
that's
get that
beautiful.
ticket. Did you close it? Did you close it?
It closes tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
So,
I'll get that.
yeah,
after
we got our
this.
tickets
And then
we're so excited.
I need you guys' shirt size as well because I have
Okay.
some special thank you gifts.
I'm the smallest little piece of stick. Just give me the smallest shirt you got.
Yeah, I think I'm a small too.
Yeah, word. Thank you guys so much for coming once again. Like I think this is like one of the most positive episodes that we've had. Like you guys are really this like the energy was just so like up in here. Like I love it. I love it. I think it's really good. Like to have some fun. Like I think I look forward now to more, and I hope that people that are watching, it's inspiring other women to know
Reach
that
out.
we don't bite. Like
Come through.
we here.
Reach out.
Like we
Kick it
would
with
really
us.
love to have more feminine energy on the show because we're overpowered by guys all the time. They be coming here and we try. Like,
You know, we on and I'm like, damn, could you just tone it down just a little bit? Can you
all the testosterone.
You know? But yeah, so where can they find you on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you guys are at? Let them know.
Really simple. It's Monet's Closet. MONEETS Closet. I think everybody can spell closet. But
Yes, please.
Yeah.
CLOSET. Okay. All right. Just in case we got some Floyd Mayweather
Right.
out there.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Instagram Tiffy.Thompson. Email address if you have to email me is tiffythompson@yahoo.com, and Facebook is Tiffy Thompson, but no dot, just Tiffy Thompson, and you'll find that.
Did you say TIFFY?
TIFFY, yes,
Just in case
dot
someone tries to
Thompson.
say IE or
Thompson
some
with the
weird shit
P.
like that. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, too. Something.
I mean, after the show, we're gonna like post and like we'll put up everyone's like names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can wrap it up here now, right?
We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank y'all
for having
coming
us.
through. Crowns and Head Ties, Jaderade, Beauty.Foul, Instagram, Crowns_Head Ties on Instagram. Follow us. Subscribe to YouTube. Shout out to S.STREET Media.
Yes,
made a YouTube page.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a big
Yes,
deal. Y'all
that
probably like, why
is.
they so happy for that? No, it's a
We
big deal for
started
us.
from the ground up in the kitchen.
Right.
Whipping
I
it
remember
on
that
the
episode.
Looking crazy on somebody
Got
else's table.
excited.
Thank you.
Shout out to
S.STREET
S.STREET
Media. You already know, home
Yeah.
team that gives us the space to do what we do best.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all next Sunday, same time, same place, same face.
Bye, y'all.
I don't understand why we always gotta have the same argument. The same argument. I'm not even a bitchy type. I'm just asking for the simple shit. Word. Come on now.
Dre.
Listen. We went from love and lust, the world against us. Now it's just whatever with us. And we don't speak much, no sex in months, arguments and such. I can't keep up appearances, what I'm feeling is that I ain't feeling this. My attitude like fuck it, my heart like chill. The love is real, I can't cope, I can't feel, I can't sew, I can't deal, I can't go, I can't peel. I'm trying to see it through, but it's harmful, this love is an armful. I give my right arm for you and learn to box with the left. Southpaw with any broads and all. Never felt a love like this before. But when it comes down to it all, it's either none at all.
Yeah, I don't really wanna leave, but I'm really not trying to stay. Back and forth, no more about time I've gone away. Yeah, I heard it. No, I'm not perfect, but baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it.
I hear from you and it goes away. I see you and you're the reason I stay. But it's not enough. I'm addicted to the love, lust, and us. I feel you're worth the fuss, but I'm the type to write you off serious. Period. After the tears, my only fear is time wasted. I'm into the basics, no need to complicate this. I'm as real as they get, thoroughbred, keep you well fed. In the kitchen and in bed, hustling for bread. Together we can get it. legitimate, or the ski mask way. We can split it, stack, spend it, max, spit it when disrespected. Step to the left, kid. I'm trying to go right at the end of the night. Despite the fight, the loving is right.
I don't really wanna leave, but I'm really not trying to stay. Back and forth, no more about time I've gone away. I heard it. No, I'm not perfect. I'm worth it. I believe what we had was true. What was good turned to bad. What we gon' do? Love changes, best friends turn strangers. I can't go away. I can't go away. Yeah, I don't really wanna leave, but I'm really not trying to stay. Back and forth, no more about time I've gone away. Yeah, I heard it. No, I'm not perfect, but baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Yeah, I don't really wanna leave, but I'm really not trying to stay. Back and forth, no more.